Hey guys, I am so sorry that my live is like so late. Whether you're watching this now or you're watching a replay, I've been having some trouble connecting. Not sure what the deal is with YouTube, but I had a lot of trouble connecting. So hopefully you guys are getting the notification alerts on your devices to let you know that I am online. But I have been having a lot of issues trying to connect. So guys, if you are watching, if you're having to watch this replay, I am so sorry because I'm not sure what's going on with my YouTube and how it's connecting. But for those of you who are rolling in, welcome, guys. Good night. I hope that everybody's having a wonderful night. I know this is kind of like an impromptu live. Hey, Vanessa. Hey Renee, I've been changing the topics because I'm waiting on an update on the WOSB so I can go back and give you guys the information that I receive on the live. But it's just taking a minute, so I'm having to postpone. Hey, Forward Journey. So, anyways, guys, as you're coming in, please go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification alerts so that you will know when I am on live. Because in the next couple weeks, I promise you guys are going to be getting a lot of surprises. I'm going to be going live in different places so that you guys can see what it is truly like to be, a notary professional, tax professional, marriage efficient, all types of different things. For those of you guys, hey Empress, hey Toya, I did change my hair because I have a wedding that I'm doing tomorrow. And so I changed my hair. I have a beach wedding tomorrow around noon. So I changed my hair just to, to spice things up a little bit. And I do that from time to time. So, guys, do not get fixated on my hair because trust me, it will go long, short, half bald, maybe bald. It'll go blonde, black, uh, mixture of blonde and black. Like it's just basically how I express myself. I love doing my hair. I spent thousands of dollars going to cosmetology school, and I'm not a cosmetologist, so that just goes to show. Whenever I have a little time to myself, I would definitely go ahead and fix my hair. But anyways, one of the main reasons for me changing my hair today is because I have a beach wedding tomorrow, and I just kind of want to switch my look up, to basically kind of fit the setting, if you may say. So, and I do that from time to time just to make sure my clients, they're like, oh, it matches their scene. I don't want to show up with like, matter of fact, it doesn't really matter too much on the hair because it's kind of how you dress. If you dress professional, you dress nicely. The hair, unless it's like absolutely crazy or unkept, it's not going to really stand out much. But for me, based on what I'm wearing, what my look is like, I like to switch my hair up, just to fit the scene. So, anyways, guys, so tonight I want to talk to you guys about several things because I've been getting calls and I appreciate and I love the calls. Guys, do not stop. I appreciate the calls that I have been getting. I've been getting messages and emails about certain things. People are very fearful, and that is very understandable. And I want to kind of talk to you guys about that tonight. There is a point where your fear is actually going to be your hindrance. It's going to become something that is going to stop you from excelling in business, from excelling personally. It's going to stop you from doing a lot of different things. And you have to learn how to cope with fear. And you also have to learn how to rule out what is actually, fear. For example, fear is designed to that little feeling that you get. You can fear, heights. You can fear dogs. You can fear cats. You can fear whatever. But the fear that you have from whatever you have the fear, towards, is it something that can harm you? Because there's fear and there's danger, right? Normally, there should be like danger. Fear is accompanied by danger. So that's how our whole system is set up. It's supposed to be something that hinders us from getting ourselves in danger and trouble. That's what the fear is supposed to be. But in today's society, fear is more so like what they say, fake evidence appearing real. That fear will actually sometimes overcome a lot of people, especially for those who suffer from anxiety and things like that. They get so fearful that they become a stumbling block, and when there was no stumbling block, themselves become the stumbling block. And that is something that I have struggled with in the past. And one of the reasons I want to talk to you guys about it tonight is because it's something that can really, really, really make or break you. You can miss opportunities. You can miss, and you know, you can, it's just so much. You can miss out on so much in life. And by the time you realize it, you will be, you know, the world is just going fast. And then you'll realize, oh my God, I'm way back here. I'm so far behind. So again, guys, if you're just now coming in, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so this past week or so, just to backtrack a little bit, guys, on what we've been doing over the past couple weeks, my partner and I. So we have an established community already. As I mentioned before, we take on notaries and other professionals based on what we feel we can handle without actually, you know, causing anyone to not be able to get their time, because everyone deserves their time. When it comes to mentorship, you need to talk to your mentor. The reason that you need to talk to your mentor is your mentor will keep you accountable for the things that you should be doing. Your mentor will give you direction on the things that you should be doing and also the things that you have done. They will make sure that you're staying on track all the time. That is a must as far as notaries are concerned, because this business, it will change. There's different aspects, especially when it comes to rules and things like that. You want to make sure that you're up to date. You kind of, it becomes a daily assignment, like a job. Well, it is technically a job, but it's kind of like a job. You have to do it daily. You have to make sure, listen, I am doing everything that I need to do. I am calling, I'm, you know, writing down things. I'm keeping track of my expenses. I'm marketing myself. I'm doing all these things that I need to do to expand my business. Now, when we backing up to what I was saying about us. So I've been in business since technically 2009, right? But I took a break and I went to work in corporate America, went to the work for the government, and then came back, you know, after about a decade or so, came back to run my own business. Prior to going there, I actually went to um, I actually ran my own, you know, like tax business, but my tax office was virtual at the time. So for me, being at that time when I first started, the one thing that made me go back to work instead of just working on my brand and my business at the time was just the fear of not being able to pay my bills if, you know, if it didn't pan out like I planned, you know, not having enough customers, not having enough money, you know, all these things went through my mind. And trust and believe me, this is the fear of every single entrepreneur. Everyone, even people who are artists, you know, celebrities, some of the big names that you know out there, they took a leap of faith and they built and they carved and groomed themselves to become the person that they are today. Look at your favorite artists and do some research and find out how many hours a week do they exercise, do they practice, do they rehearse, do they have voice coach, they have choreography, they have nutritionists, they have all these people around them to in their circle to groom and to basically, you know, prepare them for what is out there. I want to tell you this, and I don't know if anyone else on, you know, on anyone else out there is going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. This business is not easy as far as like, yes, it is easy for the transaction. You know, you're gonna go out, you're gonna say, hey, I'm a notary, blah blah blah. They're gonna say, yes, I need a notary. Of course, they're gonna pay you because they need the service. It's not an option for them. Getting some notarized or not notarized is normally not an option. People come to you because they need your service. It's not an option. If someone says, hey, your child needs to transfer, your child needs to travel overseas, you must get this notarized. Your child is not traveling overseas unless you get it notarized. So just understand that your line of business is not the same as other lines of business, okay? And so that should alleviate some of the fear that you have in you, the fact that, hey, no one's going to need this. You know, of course, when it comes to food, people will eat different types of food. They'll say, oh my gosh, I want to try this one and try that one. I want to try Chinese. I want to try Mexican. I want to try this and try that one. And then after a while, when people get bored, they'll just fall back to the good old burgers and fries. So you'll find that a lot of restaurants will come out and they have awesome food. But after people, you know, after it's saturated and people kind of get tired of the same thing, they will go back to what they know, burgers and fries. Not to discredit or say any of these things are bad, by the way. I'm just telling you how this whole, you know, how we work as human beings. We're not going to eat the same exact thing every day. We're not going to look the exact same way every day. And so a lot of people tend to compare this business, this industry, with the average business. You have an option as to what you can eat and whether or not you're going to eat it. When someone needs a notary, there is no option. You need it notarized, that's it. There is not a, oh, you need it notarized, but maybe you can send it in and we'll look at it. Absolutely not. It needs to be notarized. It needs to be notarized. There are people who have withdrawals from their savings account, pension plans, IRAs, whatever, and they need documents notarized in order to get money from it. If they don't get it done, it's not happening. It is not happening. So when you get a call for a notary, that is an opportunity right then and there to just close on that sale. Understand notaries are always needed. It's not something that's going to go out of style, or someone's going to get tired of getting stuff notarized. You will see people from all over the globe. You will also deal with documents from all over the globe. If you do apostille, especially like myself, you will deal with foreign documents, documents in different languages, all types of different things you will be faced with. And you cannot compare yourself in business with any other business, because most of what other people are doing are options. They're options. What kind of food you eat tonight, what you eat for dinner, that's an option. What you drink is an option, right? There's so many different flavors of different types of drinks, diet, no diet, if it's a soda, not a soda, if it's water, oh my gosh, even water, there's options. So in that industry, you can fear the fact that, okay, I might go out of style because if I sell orange water and this person sells cranberry water, people might start going for the cranberry, things like that. But when it comes to notary, you are always needed. There is no option. In the chat box, tell me right now, have you ever had to have something notarized? And did you have an option to not get it notarized? Tell me in the chat box. And welcome, 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 guys, for those of you who are just now tuning in. I know this is impromptu. I know a lot of people probably didn't even get their alerts because I had trouble connecting. But I am here, and this is something I definitely want to go over with you guys because I want to help you guys to deal with this fear, because I'm going to tell you guys later on in this video some of the effects fear has had on our own people in this community, people that I've actually attempted to help. And I extended that opportunity, my partner and they missed that opportunity because of fear. And some people may have procrastinated a little bit, but I know the main thing is fear. So I'm going to address it, and I'm going to address it from the bottom up. So please stay tuned, and I will tell you guys some stories about some of the things that transpired this week. So have you ever had to have something notarized, and did you have an option to not have it notarized? If you're just now coming in, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome back. If you're part of the family, if you are new, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and turn on your notification alert so you'll know when I'm actually live, or whenever I post a video or update, even on the community, because I do that a lot. All right, guys. So Toya says yes. Natasha says good night. Good night. Good night, Natasha. Hey, Rhonda. V Nice says there is no option other than notarization because it's a legal document. Thank you. You don't have an option. When customers call you, they need you right then and there. They need you. There's not an option. So if you're going to go in business as a notary, first you need to understand your market. What is your target market? Technically, your target market is about anybody, anyone, because when a document needs to be notarized, for example, divorce papers, this person is not going to get a divorce if they don't get it notarized. They're either going to get it notarized with you, or in some states, they'll get it notarized with the clerk. But the bottom line is, it is not going to happen without the notary. So understand that this business is very serious, and it's a very stable business if you put the work in. You cannot let fear stop you from taking the necessary steps to start building on your business, start building on your brand, and start making your own. Especially in this day and time, guys, there is so much going on right now. I know we have this whole 2020 thing, and it's true, but I've seen it happen before 2020. 2020 just made it worse. It's kind of like there's so much happening. There's hurricanes, there's this, there's that. There's so many things happening. And I bet a lot of you guys don't know that with some of these natural disasters, and I feel for those people who are in the path, my prayers go out to them. Matter of fact, for all the people that are in the path of the hurricane, was it Zeta or Zeta, something like that? Because I know this is the second one, especially my people in Louisiana, because it just seems like they just keep getting pounded back to back to back to back. So my prayers, my heart and prayers are going out to those people that are in the path of the storm. Just understand, guys, that whenever, even with these natural disasters, some people who they're homeowners, right? They have to get, in order for them to go out and get like payments, they put claims on their insurance for like flood and all these different things, hazard insurance. Some of the people who are probably in California with the fires and things like that, they have to go out and they have to put claims on their homeowners insurance so that they can get money to rebuild their property when it gets destroyed by natural disasters or whatever else, right? And sometimes those insurance companies will require for them to have inspections and for them to have documents notarized. There is no one else to do it except for a notary. There is no police officer that's gonna go out to do majority of these things. There's other things that they can do, and some people can, but they just won't. But majority of what needs to be notarized, it must be done for a notary. So if you are in fear that, oh my God, I'm going to invest in this notary business and it's going to go out of fashion in like 2 weeks, that is absolutely false. I can tell you that much. Now, what can go out of fashion is rude, not providing good service, making a lot of mistakes, not knowing what you're doing when you're doing your job, also not knowing what to do and what not to do, giving legal advice when you're not supposed to be giving legal advice, not taking your business seriously. There's a lot of different things that you're basically, you're not really thinking about like it's a problem, and you're thinking that the problem is you're going to invest in a business that is not going to flourish, or it's not going to produce anything. That is absolutely false. Now, if you can count the amount of videos that you've seen on YouTube, the amount of people that you've heard, and for those of you who paid for different trainings, when we come out as professionals, as mentors, as notaries or notary signing agents, entrepreneurs, and we're telling you these things, we're not telling you because you can just wake up tomorrow, become a notary, and then you're just going to be making $5,000 a week. No, you have to put the work in. But we're telling you that, hey, we got up, we took a leap of faith. We started doing these little things here, and we noticed that we were making enough money. We were able to sustain our businesses. We're able to sustain our families. We're able to do all these things. And we feel like, hey, there's no degree required. There is really not like a special training. The average individual can study the notary if a notary exam is required, because there are some states that don't even require one. So the average individual with a good background, meaning you don't have any felonies in most states, you can get a notary commission. And then with that commission, you can take your business wherever you'd like to take it. So with that being said, the fear of saying, okay, well, I'm investing this and this, and what am I going to get? What if it doesn't work? What if it fails? You have to stop thinking about the failure and start thinking about what you are going to do to make it successful. I told you guys before, and I make this my number one thing to tell you guys: you are going to be the one that makes or breaks your business. No customer can do that. You are a notary public. You're a public officer. You are always needed. Things happen all day, every day. The legal system is very active. People are still going to court every day. People are traveling, even in the midst of the pandemic. Children are traveling. People are still getting married. People are still getting divorced. There's people still buying cars, registering new vehicles, transferring titles for vehicles, going to the bank, making deposits in safe deposit box. Actually, there's so many things that notaries do. So if you are fearful that, hey, I'm going to invest 500, 1,000, 15, 200, 2,000, whatever amount it is, into a business that is not going to produce anything, that is false. Now, if you're fearful that you just want to pay that money and then tomorrow your phone's just going to automatically start ringing, that's a valid fear, because that's not the truth. That's not how this works. The way this works is you learn what to do, you market yourself, and then you basically just run a steady, legit business. That's it. You need to get that knowledge and get that experience built. And once you do, there's no one stopping you except you. There's no such thing as competition. We have millions of people in this country, regardless of where you live. Don't worry about what this person's doing and what that other person's doing. Oh, this one did this and this one said this and I tried this and I tried that. I can tell you right now, you can buy 500 different secrets to doing something, but until you get up and actually start doing those things, you will never see value in what you're actually paying for. You must get up, get ready, and start doing these things. The reason I designed the boot camp is because I mentor people. And I mentor people that are taking themselves on a little kind of like, okay, I'm pacing myself. They have a job and they're trying to, break away from the 9 to 5. So they're slowly getting what they need to kind of like, okay, let me pace myself and I'm going to phase this job out. I want to build on my brand until I get to the point where I don't need this job anymore. Because a lot of people, I completely understand. I was there too. A lot of people have that fear, like, Shika, if I leave my job right now, will I get $1,500 a month, or whatever it is I'm making, to 3,000, whatever I'm making, so I can take care of my bills and my family? And the answer is, I don't know. No one knows, because everyone, when you are an entrepreneur, your success is depending on you. So it doesn't matter what we tell you. If you don't actually get up and put those things into play, apply those skills, apply the information that you get, you won't see any value in it. You can buy 1,500 courses and all of them will tell you, hey, do this, this, this. Until you do this, 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 you will not be successful. That is just the truth of the matter. If you are expecting that, hey, I'm going to train with this person. When I train with them, I'm going to be successful. No, no, no. You are going to train with this individual. They're going to tell you what you should do and how to handle certain situations. You're going to go out and apply these things, and that will make you successful. That's basically how it works. It's a job. Get rid of the idea that I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to think about this for 2, 3, 4 weeks. Oh, I don't have to start today, but it's good to know the information. Be serious, take it seriously, and act like a boss. You're an entrepreneur. If you sleep on an opportunity, remember I just told you, when notaries are needed, they're needed. There's not an option. It's not like, okay, well, I don't, I need a notary, but I'm just not going to notarize this. There's no option. You have to get it notarized. It's a must. There's no choice. It's not like, oh, I don't feel like eating pizza today, so I'm going to eat chicken. No, notarization or bust. That's it. You have to get it notarized. So when someone calls you, they need you right then. A lot of people fail because they don't pick up the phone. They don't respond to emails. Some customers don't even know how to get in touch with them. They find them online and they're like, oh, wow, this is amazing. Like, they can come to me, and they send a message, no reply. There is this is the truth of what the root cause of your fear is, not necessarily what the job itself or the business itself is. The root cause of your fear is you not applying yourself. You're fearful that, hey, if I invest this, I'm not going to make any money. Why would you not make money? Why would you not be successful? You have total and complete control of your office hours, your products, your fees. You have control of every single thing. How can you fail? You just have to learn how to be a boss, how to be an entrepreneur. How do I deal with customers? How do I deal with good ones and bad ones? How do I deal with bad reviews? How do I deal with slow days? What can I do to amp up my service? These are the things we teach in Bootcamp. We hold you accountable and we tell you, hey, you need to get XYZ done and you need to do it ASAP, because these are the things that are going to cause you to have issues. Customers are judgmental. When they go online and they look for service, they are judging from the minute they find you. They're judging because they need a service and they want to know that the person that they're choosing is knowledgeable and professional and that they're not going to have to redo this. Imagine getting a document notarized and you're getting a divorce, and then you go through months of waiting for that divorce, and you finally get that document and it says, get this notarized so we can get a final hearing for you and get a final order. And you're like, yes, I need to get this done. You go to the notary, they do something wrong. You go to the court to file this thing that you've been waiting for all this time, and the court says, no, we can't accept it. And you're like, what? What do you mean? This notary is done wrong. We can't take it. This is not right. So you have to go back and get this done. So these are the things that we do in business as notaries, as notary signing agents, especially notary signing agents. People are buying homes, refinancing their homes, adding mortgages, getting home equity line of credit. They're taking value out of their home or buying a home. These things are important things. So I don't want you guys to feel like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna get enough from this. I'm not gonna get da 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 da. You're going to get all you need to actually act on. We're gonna tell you based on our own experience. The good thing about having a mentor and having someone that actually does what you do is knowing that, hey, This person has been through this before. So if I go somewhere and I see a document and I don't know what it is, let me call Shika and see if she knows what this is. Let me send her a picture. Let me see what this is all about. That is basically what it is. Your mentor is kind of like your guide along the way. When it comes to boot camp, a lot of people have been calling me over the past couple of days, and they're saying, Shika, what will I get? What will I get? You will get extensive mentoring. And when I say extensive, meaning I'm going to hold you accountable, my partner and I, we're going to show you what you need to do. We're going to give you deadlines to get things done, because as a boss, you cannot just, oh, I have 15 loan closings, I'll just put it over here to the side. I'll print the documents when I get to it. Oh my gosh, I would rather go watch some Jerry Springer or something, um, some reality TV or whatever the case may be. Not saying there's anything wrong with watching TV, watching Netflix, or any of these things, but these are some of the things that will waste your quality time that you could be using to do something else. It will. I'm guilty of it. My partner's guilty of it. We also have to hold each other accountable. Like, hey, well, did you do XYZ? And we're like, oh, Jesus. We get caught up in binge watching something. We have one slow day and we're like, yes, it is Christmas. We go lay down, we eat, we chat, we text, we do all kinds of stupid stuff. And then the next day, the phone is ringing nonstop. And we're like, scatterbrain. We lost that because we went all the way chill. We went too comfortable. You have to learn to balance these things. But that fear that most of you have, and I'm going to give you guys stories again, I promise I will before the end of this video, on some of the things that cause people some things that I wish I could actually change and I couldn't change, but the fear in them caused them to miss out on opportunities. Now, for those of you who are joining boot camp starts on the 2nd of November, which is Monday. The last day to sign up for boot camp is on the 31st, which is on Saturday. After Saturday, we cannot accept anyone else into the boot camp program. The boot camp program is 3 months long, and it is a rigid program, meaning do not go to boot camp if you're not ready to do business. Do not go to boot camp if you feel like you need someone to just tell you where to go and who to call. Boot camp is an overall, it's a big picture of business. It's not just going to be, oh, she could just tell me where to sign up for these notary jobs. That's what I'm paying for. And if I tell you to where to go sign up for those jobs and you sign up for those jobs and you don't get those jobs, then you're going to say, you know what, I signed up for something and it didn't work. I didn't get any calls, so she lied to me. No, that's not what it is. It's because you have to learn that business is not just about this one side. That's just one part. What about all the other things that your business needs? What about the foundation of business? Do you even know how to run a business? Do you know what you need to keep track of, what you don't need to be keeping track of? What affects your business? What does your online presence look like? How are people rating you? A lot of different things. Some of these things you will probably just see as nothing, like, I have a phone number, that's it, they know how to call me. No, there's a lot more, and these are things that we've learned by making the mistakes. It's best to learn from someone else's mistake than to go out and make the same mistake, and it takes you 2-3 years to build a business that you could have built in 6 months. 6 months is what it took for my phone to ring constantly when I first started doing notary. 6 months. When I say constantly, I mean ring to the point where I would just let it go to voicemail, and that's basically it, because I could not, I was tired. You get burnt out. That was a mistake. It was a blessing, but it was a mistake. It was a mistake that I made because I was pushing too hard and I'm not pacing myself. I'm not thinking about, okay, what if I make this big move and push this advertising and my phone just rings nonstop? Can I really service everyone who calls? These are some of the things you guys need to learn. It is okay to learn how to do notary. It is okay to learn about, loan signing. It's okay to learn how to do it. It's okay to learn who to go to get the jobs. It's okay to learn how to market yourself, but you still need to learn the basics of being a boss and running a business and building a brand. If it's a gig and you just want to make money, you just want to know where to go, what to do, I don't think bootcamp is going to be the thing for you. We want people who are serious, who are committed, who want to see success, people who want to see growth. And we ask questions on the bootcamp enrollment form because we want to see where you are mentally. A lot of people feel like, oh my God, this looks so great, I'm going to try it. I want you to sit and ask yourself, what do you wish to accomplish from this? Where do you see yourself in a year, in 2 years? What would you like to accomplish? Where are you taking this business? Are you going to be adding things or subtracting things? Like how would you like to how would you like for this to turn out for you? What would you like to take from the boot camp? What would you like to learn? What would you like to gain? I promise you, you're going to gain more than probably you think you're going to, because what we're going to give you is pure and natural and honest. We're not going to cut corners and tell you, oh, you can just skip to the end of the line. Like if you want your phone to ring every day, if you want to make 5 grand a week, this is what you do. No, we're going to tell you, you can have horrible service and have quantity, and you will die down and burn out within a few months. You can. I'm telling you. Quantity meaning you're just going out signing things, signing stamp sign. Oh, look at me, I got checks, whatever. And then all of a sudden, everything you signed a couple weeks ago got rejected, and someone has to go behind you and clean that mess up. And then all of a sudden, your phone stops ringing, and you're thinking, "What's going on?" Like all of a sudden, it's dry. Like why is nobody calling me? Because you messed up all the jobs you had before. And these are things that people do all the time. And I tell my people, my notaries and partner notaries, I tell them all the time, stay on top of your game and understand that this is a business. It's business. Nothing is personal. When a customer calls you and you have to tell them no, don't pay attention to their reaction. It's not personal. Don't take it personal and say, oh my God, these customers are so annoying. So you would like your customers to go away? And this is your business? How do you expect to earn a living if your customers all disappear? You can't allow yourself to feed into the employee mindset. You're a boss. This is your business. This is your brand. You set the pace of how everything is done. You can't just say, well, maybe I'll do that on the next call. This one's not that serious. Maybe next time. All these customers that you're leaving bad impressions on, they're talking to other people, especially when you live in a small community. Those of you who live in a small community, small town, small area, let me know in the chat box. Do you live in a small community? When I say small community, I mean like a small town. Because if you live in a small town, you better be on top of your game. Because every and anybody who knows that you're a notary and knows what you do will talk to everyone in the town about how you do what you do. Try to stay away from personal conversations when you're talking to people. If they want to tell you their business, that's okay. But don't give them your own personal business in small town. I say in any other town. This business requires a level of focus and a level of discipline like no other. It requires it. You can't become complacent. You can't just say, well, I made 5 grand last week, so this week I'm not going to work. You will die. You will burn out so quickly. It'll be like a birthday candle just going down, just burning down. Your birthday is poof, then the candle is burnt out. So you have to stay on top of your game. How do you do that? You need like-minded people. You need a mentor. You need someone to say, hey, how's things going down there? Did you get any calls this week? Oh, no? Okay, so what have you tried? What's different? Did you notice anything new in the community? Is there any new places, new? This is what we do because we ourselves have to do this to maintain our own business. So when we're saying, hey, we're giving you an opportunity to come and join us along with on our journey to success, and we will sit there and guide you on your journey to success. This is what we're wanting you to do. I tell my preparers this, my new people. We haven't started our meetings yet, but we started our live training. I tell them, do not devalue yourself by doing all this extra stuff that everyone else does. People already know what to expect from certain things. That's why I tell you guys also, make your business an experience. If you're going to spend 5 minutes with someone, you have 5 minutes to create a lasting impression and a bonding relationship so that every time they think of notary, they dial your number. That is really how this business works. I have customers that have been coming to me. I had one customer that called me earlier this year that I was with them along a 2-year court proceeding. 2 years of them coming to me saying, hey, they sent me this to get notarized again. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I had to deal with all the emotions. I literally had that customer cry and snot on my shoulder in my office because they were so stressed about the whole situation. But every time they would call me, even some days where I did not feel like getting out of bed, I understand that, listen, this is something that is going to make or break this person's life. This is something that they need to have done. Regardless of how I feel, they are valuing and trusting me to do this. So I have to get up. I can't just sit here and say, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired of this lady and this situation and this and that, da. No, I will listen. I won't listen all day, but I'll listen enough so at least she can vent because maybe I'm the only person she can vent to. Maybe I'm the only person that understands how stressful it is to have documents over and over and over. And every time I would see this customer, they're spending between $50 to $100 to get documents notarized. And the thing is, they're coming, they're talking, they're getting their stuff notarized, and they're also expressing what they're feeling, on the whole way. The customer called me this earlier, like a few months ago, and she said, "Oh my God, I am so happy you answered the phone." Now, I've never heard this tone ever. Normally, it's like, "Are you at your office? I need to get some notarized again." Oh my God, that's it. Now, this time was like, "Oh my God, where are you? Are you in your office? Can you talk? I was going to come by there, but I wasn't sure if you was in the office because the whole pandemic." And I was like, "No, no, no, you can talk. You can talk. What's going on? I'm so happy to talk to you." And then, she started telling me, she said, "Guess what?" And I'm like, "You bought a car? You bought a house?" She said, "It is over. Oh my God, it is over. I just got my final papers in the mail, blah, 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 blah. It is over. It is done." And the relief, you can hear it in her voice. She spent 20 minutes on my phone thanking me, telling me about, "Do you remember that time I came and did this? Oh my God, do you remember this? You remember that?" And this person has now become like a family member to me. And even though, those days when sometimes I was having a good day, sometimes bad days. Saturdays are my days I like to chill. And most of the times that I had to notarize for this customer was on a Saturday. So I was just like, Saturday, I'm gonna have to go in here. Let me woosah because I know she's probably gonna get emotional and she's gonna end up crying. I don't hug. I'm not the touchy feely type of person. But there were times when I had to console her. She was just crying. And to be quite honest, the hug sometimes will zip it all up. She would just like, "I'm so sorry," and then gather herself. Imagine just letting a poor lady sit in front of me and cry, and I'm just like, "Did you sign that? Did you sign it?" No? Okay. You have to understand this is what we do. This is what a boss is, being a boss, especially in this kind of business entails. This is some of the situations you're going to deal with. You cannot let fear have you sit back and compare. "Oh, but what if I started this, and what if I did that, and what if I went to that, and what if the sun didn't come out tomorrow? Would everyone go back to bed?" It's just you cannot allow it to do that. So I told you guys that there was some things that was going on. So when we started, we have the mentoring that's been going on, and there's been some shift and changes to mentoring because I'm really an honest person. And normally what I will do is just tell people honestly how I feel, how I think, and I would try to guide people based on that. That is just me. I am like, I give you an honor system. I give you all the trust. I listen to you. I give you all the attention. You prove to me that whether or not you deserve that. So if I give you all my trust and attention, I answer your questions, I talk to you, and I give you my honest opinion, and then you take advantage of me, then at that point I'm like, okay, this person's value of me is different. So now I need to switch things up. So when I first started mentoring, I was very picky about mentoring because there would be people that would take advantage. So I was very picky about it, and I kind of had a little stigma about how many people do I want to help. I don't want to help 500 people and have all 500 people, some of them doing scamming and scheming and doing things behind my back. I'd rather have 10 serious people that I can mentor and that they can be effective and they will do what I suggest, or they will do what I recommend, and they're going to be successful and we can both celebrate together, right? So I started the mentoring, taking, people and just randomly taking individuals. As time progressed, I realized that some people are ready today. If I said, "Hey, give me your number, I'm sending 10 clients your way," they would gladly send me that phone number. But then there are some people who will say, so wait, if you send 10, what am I supposed to do with them? Like when they call, like notarize their documents. Okay, so what do I say? You say, "Hi, hello, how are you? This is such and such. I understand you want to get a document notarized. Okay, so when I do that, then what's next? Okay, honey, if I have to hold your hand the entire way, and if you have not learned yet to let go off the training wheels, then we might need some more one-on-one time to figure out what is really stopping you from taking that step that is necessary to become a boss. We're bosses. Remember this, we're not employees. I'm not hiring you to come into a training program so that, this and that. No, you are a boss. You run your own show here. And you have to have that demeanor as well. Customers come in and they sense weakness, they sense insecurity, they sense fear, and they immediately take control of your entire operation. And when they ask for something and you don't give it to them, they instantly start trashing your business. And then because they know that you don't have the guts to say, hey, no, this is not going to work. I am so sorry. And you're not going to do it in a bad way. They already see in your eyes, you're standing here like, mm, mm, mm. No, you have to be a boss. Throw that fear out the window. This business, if you're thinking to yourself, should I invest in this? Is this going to go away? Is this something stable? It's as stable as you'd like for it to be. That's the truth. I don't know if anyone else will tell you this, but I'm telling you this. It's as stable as you'd like for it to be. Notaries don't go away. They don't go away. The reason they don't go away is because we're involved in legal fraud deterrent activities. Without notaries, a lot of documents will not even, a lot of things won't even happen. I'm marrying someone tomorrow. They don't have a minister to go to. The local court does not actually marry couples anymore. How would they get married? Where are they going to go? They're going to travel out of state to get married? You are needed. You're necessary. This business is a business that is for sure guaranteed it'll be here until they say no more notaries ever. And that has not happened since the ancient times. So so I don't think it will happen next year, the year after, or anytime soon, right? Get rid of that fear that you're going to be investing in an industry that is going away or that is not needed or is not successful. Throw that idea out the window. I'm here to tell you, notaries are here to stay. How successful you are depends on how much you put into your business, how much time you commit to building your brand. Throw the fear out of the window. When you feel fearful about something, about a choice, a decision, you want to decide, okay, should I go with this person? Should I not go with that person? If it's not a question of finances where you're saying, hey, I can't really afford this, but I really would like to do it. If it's not that question, then what else is stopping you from doing it? What is stopping you from doing what's necessary to be successful? The best swimmer, runner, any athlete, basketball player, they don't just wake up out of bed and just slam dunk and throw three point shots. They don't do that. They have trainers, they have nutritionists, they have coach, they have life coach, people to help them to keep their mental, because a lot of people don't even understand how much your mental affects your business and your entire livelihood. These people are not doing this just by themselves. They get the glory, they get the respect, they get the honor because they're the one who's actually going on the court and bouncing the ball and doing all those, moves that we all like to watch. They get that credit because they've worked their entire life. Some of them, they've worked tirelessly to perfect their craft. They're not out here just playing ball, just, oh, let me sleep for 10 days and then I go play ball. Most of these people, when they go to training, football players and basketball players, when they go to training, when they go to camp, they're there for weeks and months running and pushing tires and God knows what else. They are making themselves physically, making sure they're physically fit, they're strong enough to sustain the entire season. How is it that you expect that you're just going to get a stamp and go out and just start stamping stuff? This is like the whole thing of business. And I'm being honest with you guys because I love you guys so much and I want you guys to all be successful. But I want to get rid of this picture that I'm noticing that a lot of people have painted in their mind, which is I'm going to pay someone and they're going to tell me how I can get this money. Telling you is one thing. You applying what you heard is another thing. You can't expect to not groom your and build and just go out and blow everybody out of the water. Hey, I can swim. I've been swimming since I was 3, and my dad and my mom and my people always told me I'm a good swimmer. So therefore, I'm taking on one of these athletes that I see out here trying out for the Olympics, and they will put you to shame. You will realize that even though you're a great swimmer, you're not as good as this one here. What is the difference between you and this one? Even though you've been told you're a great swimmer, how much training have you had? How much do you swim every day? How far do you swim? Do you understand? You guys have to understand that, hey, this is a boss move. It is not for everyone. Some people are working in jobs and career fields that they absolutely love. They want a side gig, and that is okay. You can do it. However, for those of you who are really looking to change your life, this is not a gig for you. You have to commit to it. You have to spend time and money into building your brand and building your knowledge, building your craft. If you don't do it, I'm sad to say, you can buy 1,500 training courses, and then you'll realize, hey, these are just stacking up. I haven't, look at this. I spent $2,000 for that. I didn't even make a dollar yet. Why haven't you made a dollar yet? Because that's a question I would ask you. I would say, so you've been through 1, 2, 3, 4 and training programs, and you still nothing? Because now I'm looking at you like, what is your motivation? What motivates you? Ask yourself these things. When a person like myself or my partner, when we say we're opening up our community, we're allowing you guys to come in. We are accepting individuals to mentor, to train, and also especially with bootcamp. We're doing that to give you an opportunity. Now, as I mentioned, mentoring is those people that they want to gradually go into things, the little. Boot camp is you're in it. You're there. This failure is not an option. I don't care how much you fear these things. You must do them to be successful. And I'm not going to give you anything crazy. I'm not going to tell you eat cat food or anything like that's crazy. No, but I'm going to tell you based on my experience as a boss running multiple businesses, being a manager and actually being out in the field. Like I said, I have a marriage to do tomorrow. There's nobody for me to call to do the marriage because the customer personally asked for me, because I set a reputation for my own self in doing it. So you'll see that as well. When you start taking on partners and employees, you'll notice that some of your clients are going to say, no, I don't know. I mean, thank you for telling Bob to do it, but I really like the reason I came here is because of you. So I don't want Bob to do it. No problem. You're going to have to wipe your schedule clear and get it done. So I had, let me tell you guys about what happened this week. Is like, and I'm going to get to the chat box. I see it going on over here. You guys, if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notification alerts so that you'll know when I'm live or when I post videos. If you're returning family member, welcome back. Come on in the room, hit that thumbs up button, and let's get to the real deal, right? So what I was telling you guys is about what happened. So we have our tax preparation program partnership program that we have every year. It's a seasonal program. We've been doing now, this is our second to third year technically, but second year that is actually hosted by my company and my partner company, right? So the second year that is solely, my brand and my partner's brand, right? First year, we took on a lot of people, and we noticed that we had a lot of people, but not a lot of serious people. So we decided the next time we do this, we're going to slim it down to people who we are sure will actually take it seriously and apply themselves, right? They were still successful. They still did what they had to do, but some of them weren't able to branch off on their own because they pretty much just used us as a security blanket, and they got comfortable with that. So when it's time for them to branch off on their own, they're kind of like, no, I just want to stay with you the way you are, because they're comfortable with that. We don't mind. We will never mind. Like for us, it is, hey, your success and your growth is in your hands. What we're going to give you is the tools. If you don't want to use the tools, that is totally up to you, but we're going to give you the tools, right? So As time progressed, we realized that when we have a large amount of people that are not serious or not applying themselves, it takes away from those people who are serious and who wants to actually do things the right way. They want to succeed, they want to learn, they want to know how to become independent. Because when you are pretty much, working as a when you're working under someone else, you're not technically independent unless you're partnered, right? You're kind of like, a dependent of somebody. You're not independent, right? So then we decided we're going to make the classes smaller. We want to give people more one-on-one time. We want to deal with people who are serious, who are ready and just want to go out here and do big things, right? If they decide to stay under us after that time, that's fine. But we want to make sure the time that we're giving them, they're putting value in it, right? So we slimmed the course down drastically. We chopped it in half and we said we only want this much people. So after we announced it on social media, on Facebook, stuff like that, we announced it, and then I did a video on YouTube saying, "Hey, this is when the program's going to start." The thing about YouTube is, even though I did the video probably 2 or 3 months ago when we first started, or before we started, it took some time for people to actually see, kind of like, "Oh my gosh, this is the program, I want to sign up." So I started getting requests, and my partner's like, "You know what? All right, fine. We're getting requests." Because I went to him like, "Please, please, please, let's just take on a couple people. Let's just see, maybe our superstars out there, whatever it is, like it's American Idol or something." So, anyways, I'm like, maybe there's like some superstars out here. Let's open it up to a few people and see, what happens. Let's just a new crowd. Let's see what happens. So we opened those slots up, and guys, let me tell you, we had tons of people send us requests to sign up. A lot of people sent us requests. We sat down, we went through the requests, we sent an agreement to the people that we felt would actually benefit from the program. The people that some people I spoke to on the phone, or they sent me text messages or email, we sent them agreements. The reason we don't do things backwards, which is have you pay, then have you sign an agreement, is because we want you to know what you're doing before you do it. We want you to know what is expected of you before you even give us your payment. So we're not in this just for your payment. We want you to know what to expect and what we're going to do, right? So we don't allow you to pay for our tax program before you sign your agreement. You read your agreement. If you agree and you're good, you sign it. We send you the link for payment. A lot of people procrastinated. A lot of them were still unsure and uncertain. And in my own mind, I kept thinking to myself, oh my gosh, like you're missing an opportunity. I went to battle for you guys. Like I went to battle to get you added. Like, please don't sleep on this opportunity. Some people, I sent them a message or email, sent them a reminder like, hey, are you willing to do this? And they're like, yes, yes, yes. And they kind of went on and boom, they did it. Eventually, because the people who were first selected were slowing on their response, I went back to the list and said, okay, we're going to give some more people some chances, because these people are, I haven't received a response. Nothing is happening. So I said, we're going to take on a couple more. So we sent agreements out to a few more people, and they responded instantly. So once they responded, we sent them the link and they signed their agreement, they paid. Now we have hit our max and the class is closed. After the class is closed, now I'm getting phone calls from other people saying, hey, I'm ready to go ahead and do my payment. And I'm thinking to myself, an opportunity literally just walked right by you, because there's nothing I can do if you don't act. Just like if someone calls you for notary and you don't pick up, they're going to Google the next one. They're going to call the next one. They're going to move on, because the fact that they need something is not going to change because you didn't pick up. So a lot of people this week were saying, oh my God, can you do anything? And unfortunately, my hands are literally tied, because my partner is so business minded and focused that he is determined to not have us take on more than we can chew. We don't want quantity, we want quality. We're sticking with that statement. If we had enough of me and him, then we would take on everybody. But we can't just have one person and mentoring 1,000 people, and 1,000 people you call and the phone is going to voicemail. You can't get help. You're with a client. You don't know what to do. We can't do that. That's not our brand. That's not what we stand for. So when we open up opportunities like that and we say, hey, You guys are interested. If it's not your time, it's just not your time. Don't panic. There will be other opportunities. We're here to stay. We're not going to disappear. We're not going to shut down the operation and, oh my God, Chica's not doing it anymore. No, I've been doing this for years and years. It's not going to change. We're just going to be offering more opportunities, new opportunities, right? So if you can't do it today, don't be discouraged. Do not be depressed. Do not be sad about it. Just understand that if the opportunity knocks, you need to answer. If you don't act, it's going to fly by. And then, in truth and in fact, I can't go back to the people that I offered your position to and say, hey, the person who no, I can't do that. I would not be fair. So whenever there's an opportunity, if I say, hey guys, I have 10 openings, who wants to sign up? If you want to sign up, sign up. If you have a problem with, payments, you need a payment option, payment plan, I can do this or do that. Send us a message. If we can accommodate it, we will. If we can't, we will tell you why and we'll give you the options that are available. But don't let an opportunity like that slide right by, because then you put me in a tight corner where I'm just like, I'm sad because I'm sad that you're missing out on an opportunity. And I'm also looking at the time frame that you could have actually acted and you did nothing. So make sure that when we say, hey, this is what we're doing, you jump on it right then and there. Now, there's some people that are doing mentoring with us, and I'm so excited because our mentor meeting is coming up. I think it's November 10th or November 15th. I have to check our schedule, and we'll do our live meetings with them, talk to them, see how they're doing. These are the people who are doing mentoring on a how you say, like on demand or self-paced type deal. But our boot camp is starting on Monday, which means that every single week, every subscriber on this channel will get to hear a live review from some of the people that are in the boot camp. So they will tell you what they've been doing. Well, not everything, but they will tell you what they think of it, what their challenges were and how they overcome them, because we're going to make sure they overcome those challenges. Like I said, failure is not an option. So that's basically how we're handling the boot camp. So don't worry if you're skeptical, like, oh my gosh, I was gonna join, but then I don't know. I was fearful, like I don't know if I was gonna get my this, my that, whatever the case may be. Don't worry. Stay tuned to this channel. We will be doing lives. We will pull them on camera if they're comfortable with it. And we will give you their natural, honest feedback on what they think about bootcamp on a weekly basis. And it's a 3-month program. That means for 12 straight weeks, you will talk to the people who are dealing with us on a daily basis, unfiltered, by the way, because we won't prep them on, hey, tell them this, tell them that. No, we will specifically let them talk to you guys as long as they're not telling you what we're telling them. Because there's a reason why we're charging for those things, is because it is valuable information. That's why we charge, because the value on it is very high. All right. So don't be dismayed. Don't be discouraged. If you want to do boot camp, you're out there. It starts on Monday. You have two options. You can either pay the whole price for the 3 months, which is $500, or you can pay a down payment that is $250, and then your next payment is due by November 15th, which is $250. We have tons of applications for boot camp. However, majority of you have not submitted a payment. If you don't submit a payment by the 31st, I would hate to say this, but you guys are going to be in a similar position as some of these people with the tax program, where you lost out on an opportunity because you did not act on time. So your seat is only secured once you have made one or two payment options, either your full payment or half of the payment. And you need to do that on or by the 31st. So on November 1st, there's no one that we can accept in the program. We can't do anything because we have to shut it down. The reason why we have to shut it down is because the program is structured for it to run for that 12-week period. And if we take someone on in week 2, we won't be able to go back and give them 2 weeks to get them caught up to where they are. It's not like our tax training where we were able to go back and say, okay, you can watch this and do that. They're going to be lagging the entire time behind. And that is not fair for them to pay to come into a program midway or 2 weeks in and then miss out on 2 weeks worth of valuable information and training. All right. So a lot of you are on here who've submitted your application for boot camp. That is great. That is awesome. Just don't forget, you can go back to the same page that you signed up on, which is www.sbntgroup.com bootcamp. Don't fill in the information if you've already filled it in. So if you already filled it in, don't fill it a second time, right? Go to that page and just click on one of the payment options. We already have your application if you submitted it. So all you need to do is just to pay. When you pay, the application and the payment will automatically sync. Once your name is on there, it'll sync. Okay. So you don't have to worry about, okay, I don't, I don't know if you have it. If you're not sure that we have your application, redo it and submit your payment all at once. But you don't have to, if you've already submitted an application, you don't have to go back and submit a new application to submit a payment. All right. Someone asked earlier about the boot camp, and I'm going to put it down here in the link. And I'm also going to talk to you guys about one other thing. And then I'm going to go to the chat box for questions, because you guys know I cannot leave my life without doing that. All right, so the link for Bootcamp is down below. So guys, unfortunately, I have to say this to you guys. The tax training program was officially closed as of last Friday. We cannot accept any additional preparers. If you have an outstanding agreement, but you have not yet submitted a payment, unfortunately, we cannot accept any more participants in that program. So that program has now officially closed. All right, guys, so Bootcamp is open. Mentorship is still very open. Matter of fact, I think Renee started mentoring, I think. I don't remember who else is on here. A couple people on here, I think, have done mentoring, or they've started, like they came on here and was like, let me sign up, and went straight to the website. they're not coming back on here to talk about anything. They're like, I'm in. Let me just focus on what I'm doing. I'm not going back to live. No, it's okay. Come back to live so you can tell everyone else how it's going so far. All right. But I'm going to go to the chat box. So boot camp is there. Training is definitely there. Mentoring is there. There's two options now for mentoring. We're adding more value, adding more exciting things. As I told you guys before, my partner is the fingerprinting guru, and we're going to start doing fingerprinting training very, very soon. A lot of people are like, oh, I need to know. But it's okay. My partner will be hosting that. And as soon as we have that information, I will be letting you guys know, hey, we have fingerprinting training, the amount, the time, and so on and so forth. All right. So I'm going to dive over into the chat box. Again, guys, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit that notification alert so you know when I'm on live. And welcome to our family. If you're coming back, you're a current subscriber, welcome to the family. Come on in the room. Let's chat. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button when you come in. That's just a sign of checking in and showing some love. All right, guys. So let me jump over to our chat box, because I never really like to get off of here without knowing how you guys are feeling. So I'm going to ask one question. I want some answers over here in the chat box while I'm reading these things that are over here. I want to know today, what do you feel is your biggest fear in starting your own business, this business or any other business? What is your biggest fear? Drop it over here in the chat box. All right. What is your biggest fear? The thing that just basically every time you're ready to do something, you're like, oh my gosh, but what if this happened? What is that fear? Drop it over here in the chat box. Let me know what your fears are. All right, let's see. Vanessa, Renee, Forward Journey, Toya, Empress, V-Nice, Lydia, Natasha, Rhonda. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Miranda, welcome. Miranda said, not fearful, just disappointed being in an attorney state. An attorney state is a little restriction as far as like loan signing is concerned, but it should not stop you from going after your notary business and adding value services, adding more services to your list that you provide to your customers. So there's a lot of things notaries can do outside of the regular, notary thing. And I hate to say it like this because I can't really specifically dive into that, but try to add some more things, some more services to your list, and then see how that works. I'm looking for the word, but my brain's not clicking right now. Let's see, what else are we saying over here? False evidence appearing real. That is so true, Toya. Sheikah, sounds like you're gonna preach tonight. I'm so ready. I'm so sorry, guys, if I sound like I preach a lot, but trust me, my life. Let me tell you guys a little bit about me. I was born in the islands. I was born in Jamaica, raised in Miami, and moved here to Jacksonville, Florida, to Northeast Florida. About it'll be 18 years next month. I've been living in Jacksonville for about 18 years. But prior to living in Jacksonville, I was living in South Florida. That's where I was raised. Spend most of my childhood in Jamaica and my teenage and early 20s in South Florida, and then moved here to Northeast Florida. I have seen life on different levels, on the lowest of low that you can think of. If I show you guys where I lived when I was in Jamaica, where I actually grew up in the country with my grandma in Jamaica, you'd probably be like, what? So learning, coming up there and then living down south, living, if you guys are familiar with like Liberty City, Carol City, Pork and Beans, and all the stuff that's in South Florida, it's kind of like the hood. Right. And then like switching from that to like Lauderhill, Fort Lauderdale, not so hood and a little bit of hoodish. Then switching from that to like Oakland Park area, that is like, okay, not really hood. Then coming to Jacksonville, Florida, that is like country, but so different, so amazing, so many different things that you can do here. And I just felt like, I have been given an opportunity of a lifetime. I've learned the hood, the struggle, the good, the bad. I take advantage of all of these experiences and I put them in one nice little bundle called Sheikah Bliss. I apply my knowledge and my experience, my struggles, I apply them every day. The struggles that I faced when I was younger, I make sure I teach that to everyone I come across, every young individual that is out here. Go to school, do this, do that. School is not for everyone, by the way. So don't think that, hey, I didn't go to college, Chica. I don't like books. I'm dyslexic. I don't like to read. That is okay. There's an option for you. Don't just go crazy. I was the one who went to school and just kept going to school and nothing was happening. So all that happened was I had a whole bunch of student loans, so it's not for everyone. But what I do is I apply all of these things that I've learned. My journey has taught me and grooved and groomed me into the individual that I am now. And I approach everything in all honesty. I approach everything as if it's just something else to do. I don't approach it like, oh my God, what is this? If I allow myself to do that, I would never do anything. So if it's a new job or a new suggestion, sometimes my partner makes suggestions to me and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Why would I do that? That's crazy. And he's like, yeah, that's why I want you to try it. And I'm like, absurd. This is crazy. Why would someone do that? And he's like, you're well capable of doing it. Try it and then give me your review. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to try. He said, no, you don't have a valid reason to not try it. So try it, then give me your review. If you tell me, I will literally put my money on it. If you fail, I will pay you. And I started smiling. I said, you said you will what? You will pay me? All right. I'll do it. I will do it, sir. I'll do it now. Okay. And I will call you back when I'm done. And he's like, okay. He's confident because he knows it's just my mind. It's just the fear. It's just me thinking I'm not capable of doing it. That's what I'm telling you guys. Don't fall into that trap. I've done it. Some of you probably already have. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall into that trap. Don't categorize yourself. Put yourself in a box. Oh, look at Sheikah. She can talk so well to people. I can't even do that. I'm not like that. Mm-mm. Ah, really? You can be anything you want to be in this world. You can be better than me. You can give me a total complete run for my money. It's just a matter of learning the how. How? That's it. There's no other secret. All these people, some people can't even really sing. Huh? How many artists do you know out here that you're thinking like this one can't even really sing, but they're doing good because they can't sing, but they probably can entertain. People don't realize a lot of time entertainment comes in various shapes and sizes and forms. Some people don't want to hear singing, like we say sang because it's like, whoa, this person's blowing the roof off. Some people just want to hear something that sounds soothing or familiar, some kind of experience. They want to be entertained. Maybe they want you to bounce off the walls and jump off the ceiling or whatever. I'm from Jamaica. They do crazy things. But I'm just saying, Some people just want to be entertained. They don't care if you can sing or not. This is why they hire clowns to come to birthday parties. Those clowns are like what? People walking around just dressed up like idiots. Well, not to say it like that, but a clown's a clown. They're not paying the clown to come there and be God knows what celebrity singing with no, they're paying that person to come there and entertain. Whether that involves blowing a balloon or slapping yourself on the head, that's what you're getting paid to do. So just understand, you don't have to be this huge, whatever. You don't have to, oh my God, I'm nothing compared to Shika. No, 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 no. You're in your own lane. You are your own boss. You can literally do anything you tell yourself you want to do. Anything. You just have to put your mind into it and start doing the apply everything you learn, watching all these videos. I tell you guys, a lot of people I talk to, they say, I've watched tons of videos on YouTube. I love your energy. I connect with you. That is awesome. Now you have established a connection. Stop searching. You need to tune in. When you're on the radio and you're looking for a station, you're looking for hip hop or R&B or a country music channel, right? On the radio, you're like turning the dial, right? You're dialing, you're tuning, and you find one. Do you just like, oh my God, I love this music, and then switch to another channel? You don't. So when you connect with someone, when you can relate to them, when you find it easy to communicate, you're understanding what they're saying and they're telling you what to do, don't keep searching. I wonder, is there someone better than this one? No, you need to wonder, can I do better than this one? Is what they're saying to me, can I apply what they're saying to me? What I've learned from 15, I said this, my partner said this to me as well. We were talking about this as a joke. We said literally, anyone who has time to sit, if someone really, like, how people read, watch YouTube and stuff like that, which is awesome, right? I'm like, if people dedicate time to YouTube and grab a pen and a piece of paper, and when you're watching people like myself, you start writing things down, you will realize 90% of what you're paying other people to tell you has been told to you already. You just had not caught on to it because you didn't connect. You have to connect. You have to stay engaged. When I'm talking on the lives and I'm saying, okay, well, I did this and I made money, instantly there should be a flag in your mind going, wait, she said what? She made money? Oh, let me rewind that video, that part right there. Let me hear that. What she said she did? Let me write that down. Literally, if you are doing that on any channel, I don't care if it's my channel or 15 other people, I guarantee you, you will have more than you need to be successful. But the truth of the matter is, some people, they scroll through channels, they connect with someone, but they still search because they don't feel like that's enough. It's enough. You just need to connect. You just need someone that you can relate to. You just need someone that you understand. You just need someone that is willing to guide you. That is it. Everything else is going to come from you. You have to apply yourself. Everything else, I don't care how many channels you subscribe to, when you connect with someone, and if you connect with multiple people, you now just have multiple avenues, multiple ways of doing something. So I'm not saying don't go out and look for other people. I'm saying when you find someone that you connect with, that you realize that, hey, this person, oh my God, I am so feeling this right now, like, okay, I can do this. You need to grab this and a piece of paper and just start writing things down when you hear them, especially when it's tips and tricks about, oh, how I did this, I went and did that. Write it down. There's no limitations on the videos on YouTube. The great thing about YouTube is you can go back and replay. So if you want to know about, okay, wait, I want to establish a LLC or something. I don't know, should I do LLC or should I do sole proprietorship? There's a video on my channel about that. And there's tons of other videos on YouTube about it. Just grab this and this or some other paper, I don't care which one, and write it down. There's so much information, you guys, that are out there for those of you who can't afford to pay. Now, there's the ones that is like, listen, Shiga, I don't have time to go scavenger hunting, and I'm not good with all of that extra stuff. I just want you to tell me what I need to do. Absolutely. Come on over. I definitely will. My partner and I will not only tell you, we will guide you, we will hold you accountable, and we will check up on you to make sure that you are applying yourself. So for those of you who know that you need that, definitely sign up for Bootcamp, sign up for mentorship. If you're not really, you can't do the boot camp right now, that's fine. trust and believe me, it will come back up in the future. All right. I just had to go deep because that's how I work. Sometimes I think about something, I'm like, let me say it now before I forget, and then they don't get that message. Because I truly believe that whenever you come across something, most of the people that I meet, even some of my clients that find me, when they come to me, they say, you know what? I've been praying, I've been thinking about this, I've been searching for someone. When you come across someone that you find like me, there's a reason. Nothing in this life happens by accident. It is a reason why you're watching me tonight. It's a reason why you found my channel. It's a reason why you're listening to me. It's a reason why you're trying to figure out different ways to do things that I've suggested to you. This is all not just an accident. So for me, if I'm talking to you and something crosses my mind and I'm like, I feel I need to share, I will share it with you because somebody out there needs to hear what I'm saying. At least that's what I believe. I call myself blessed because I feel like I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And I feel like my energy, the energy that I put out in the atmosphere, is more what I expect to get back. Sometimes I don't, but it's okay. But the energy that I put out is very important because I want to make sure that I'm charging the people who needs to charge. When I say charge, I mean like a plug. I'm plugging you up. I'm giving you that that you need to get started. I'm giving you that push that you need to get up and do something because I know you need that. I needed that. I needed someone that is going to hold me accountable. There are plenty of times where I'm tired of my partner. I'm like, listen, I'm not doing that. Not today. He's like, okay, no problem. You'll do it tomorrow. I'm like, what? I just said, what is this? What's the problem? I just said, must I do it? And he's like, yes, it's a part of your job. Why would you not do it? I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? Yes, you need those people in your life. Believe me, when the success comes, you're going to be like, hmm. First of all, my partner is always ready for the story because I'm going to call and I'm going to say, you won't believe what just happened. And like, tell me. Because he already knows and you need that. Sometimes I'm the same way with him. I'm like, hey, you need to do such and such. Well, I'm not comfortable with that. And it'll be so crazy to think that someone that can push you to do so well is someone that is also insecure about what they're doing, right? But it happens to all of us. We all have different gifts. And if you're one of those people that read the Bible, you know that in the Bible it talks about people having different gifts. Now, I'm not going all church with you guys, but I'm just saying, okay? We all were given different gifts. Whatever your gift is, if it's cutting grass, cutting hair, cooking food, cleaning babies, having babies, making sure everybody's okay. You're the one person that is always planning stuff. You're the host. You're the one that's entertaining everybody. You're the one that is athletic. You're the one that is very health conscious and you make sure that you're good and you're eating the right food. That might be your thing. That might be your gift. Now, I'm not saying because you took care of one little spot, might have had a itch or something that now you need to just be a medical doctor without a license. No, I'm saying that might be something you want to explore. You want to see where that goes. You are the one that does braids really nice. Why don't you have a salon? For those of you who are in Florida, did you guys know that in Florida it's no longer required to have a license to become a braid technician? You used to have to pay and go do a class. Now they don't require a license anymore. You can go just braid hair and just make money. Like, why? I want you guys to see how many different opportunities are out there for you to become a boss. And don't limit yourself. You're a notary, yeah, that's one title. There's so many other titles you can get without having a degree, without going to college, without spending all this money. There is much more that you can do. Don't discredit yourself, devalue yourself thinking, well, I didn't go to college, so this one went to college, so maybe they'll get. No, don't ever speak those words. You are just as good, if not better, than 90% of these people that are out here doing what you're doing. Number one, when you come fresh out the gate, the difference between you and someone that's a old soul that's locked into their old ways, you're the new fresh thing out there. Everybody is interested. They want to see what you're going to bring to the table. They already know what everybody else is bringing, and they're not concerned. So why should you? Go out here, do your thing, mind your own business, okay? Literally mind and take care of your own business, and let them worry about what they're worrying about. Stay to date on things that you know will keep you fresh. And be different. Apply your personality to your brand. Make sure it's professional, but apply your personality. Believe and trust me. You might feel like, okay, these people don't like me. They don't like you. But trust me, there's tons of other people just like you that would love you. You're the one that's always quiet. You don't like going to parties. That's fine. There's a ton of people like you. You're the one who goes to the party that everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's so loud. There's tons of people like you. You're the one that goes to the party that pretends to be having fun. And you're like, but you're thinking, I would rather be home doing Netflix. There's tons of people like you. Whatever it is that you think you are, whatever it is you're fearful of doing because you feel like, oh, this one's not going to accept me, forget about acceptance. Nobody wants acceptance. Forget acceptance. It's not about acceptance. It's about you accepting your own self, loving yourself, being comfortable in your own skin, and going out and being a boss. That's it. Whatever anyone else thinks, that's their business. All I need to know is, are you paying cash or card? That's it. I don't care what you like or dislike. If you love my hair, you don't love my hair, I'm going to give you great service and I'm going to ask, is that cash or card? That's it. I don't care if you like my clothes, my skin, whatever it is. I don't care. I'm going to give you great service and I'm going to ask cash or card. That's it. I don't care if you like my car. I don't care if you dislike my car. I don't care, as long as we can communicate and I can give you the same service that I give with a smile. Who cares? I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about your business. I'm saying you should not be too concerned about what other people are thinking and what other people are saying. Unless it's going to negatively affect your brand or your business, then you want to address it. And you want to address it in a boss manner, a professional manner. Don't tit for tat with people on social media and all this extra stuff. No, you're a boss. Why would you come down off of your king or queen? Why would you leave your throne to go down here to talk to who is not even in your lane? A lot of people will want to give you advice. They're not bosses. Why would you take their advice? If they knew all this great stuff, why are they not bosses? Think about it. If you knew how I can be successful, why are you still clocking in every day? Hmm? There's a disconnect. So this is why I say to you guys, let that fear and that nonsense go. Let it go. It's not going to help you. It's going to hold you back. It's going to create a bumper in the road. It's going to put a speed bump that wasn't there before. You pretty much created. I always tell people your only competition is yourself because only you can stop you from doing what you can do. That's it. Anyways, guys, I said I was in the chat box and I came over here. Let me stop it and go back to the chat box. Lydia says, I hear you. My fear has stopped me from having bigger business. Yes, do not be afraid to expand and partner. Don't be afraid to expand and partner. Learn the key things to look out for and how to protect your brand, but do not be afraid to expand and partner. Absolutely, Lydia. That was a good one. Toya was talking about the things that you had to do, get notarized, if you had to get something notarized before, and whether or not there was an option to not get it notarized. Her answer is yes, I had to have something notarized before, but no, there was no option. Vanessa said she hadn't had anything. Hey, Rhonda. Vinay says there's no other options notarizing because the legal document. Remember, I mentioned that to you guys before. Rhonda said, excuse me. Rhonda says fear can hold you back and hinder you in business and in life. That is a fact. Ooh, sorry guys, let me get water. That is a fact. All right. Life. That is the key term, life. Fear can stop you from getting in relationships. It can stop you from leaving relationships that are not good for you. It can stop you from doing things to make yourself your best version of yourself. There's a lot of things fear can do, but understand fear is not real. The only time fear is actually legit is if there is danger. Danger meaning, hey, there's someone coming with a gun loaded. That is danger. But fear is just like, oh, I fear guns. Like, no, a gun sitting over there by itself is not going to do anything. A crazy person sitting with a gun is probably going to do something. So validate your fears, write them down, figure out if they're valid or not, and then overcome it. Don't allow it to stop you from getting, you know, doing better or making better choices in life. Don't do it. Don't let fear have you bottled down in a situation that you know is not good for you. It's literally draining your energy every day. Why would you stay? Why? Some people stay in situations because they say, I'm staying because of the kids. Really? So, what you want for your children is for them to see you weak and unhappy. That's not a good example for any child. It's going to affect them whether you think about it now or later. You have to evaluate what your fears are, and you have to write them down and you have to face them and come to terms with it that, hey, I need to do something about this. All right. Don't let it be too late before you try to change something. Um, Renee says she is serious and ready to go. Awesome. Miranda says no fear, no fearful, just disappointed about the attorney state. We spoke about that. Um, Renee says you must be disciplined, self-disciplined, and motivated. Amen, amen, amen. Sabrina says 100. Vinay says, I personally think it's the fear of failure. Fear of failure will get everybody when it comes to business. Don't let that thing sit and seep into your brain. Don't let it happen. You must always have a positive outlook. They always say, you know what? You need to hope for the best and prepare for the worst. But I say, you know what? No, you need to prepare for the best at all times. Don't think about the worst. Think about your life and some of the things that you face. Didn't you? I'm sure there are some situations you thought maybe you would never, ever, ever get out of, or you would never get over. And where are you now? Hmm? I'm telling you, what feels like the worst day of your life, if you ever lost someone or had a breakup with someone that you really love and care about, and think about that feeling you had. And then think about years later, you probably moved on and married someone else and so happy. And you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking when I was crying about this one? You know, you just start realizing that that fear, it was nothing. It was nothing. Anyways, Vinay says, but we all fail and it's how we learn. Absolutely. You will definitely learn from your fears. Now, if you're just fearing everything, aside from those who have mental health issues like myself, sometimes anxiety and things like that will cause you to fear, especially fearing the unknown. That is a big one. But you cannot allow it to take hold of your life and of your career and of your business. Don't let it do that. You're just robbing yourself of joy and peace. All right. Thomasina says, ain't nothing going to stop me from doing this. God be willing, I am going all the way. Just received an email from Parson View confirming to take the PA exam. Amen. Amen. Thomasina, congratulations. You're going to pass that exam. You're going to knock it out of the park. And let me tell you something. Multiple times. Listen, when I first took my NNA exam, I failed it the first time by 2 points. I almost cried. And I went back and I took it a second time and I got 100. And guess what? They wiped out the first score of 70 something and put the 100%. And nothing made me feel more whole than looking at the 100 and going, ow. Okay? So knock that out of the park. Thomasina says, this is an awesome business. It is prestigious business and should be. Absolutely, it's prestigious. Absolutely. Your personal concierge notary, right? Hey, that might be a tagline for somebody. I don't know. I'm just saying. Um, Lydia says, that's amazing, Thomasina. Good luck. Awesome. Zara says, so excited for this. Absolutely. Let me see what else we got going on here. I click so fast, guys. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. Um, Thomasina says, my why is bigger than my fear. Fear means nothing to me anymore. I love freedom too much. Absolutely. You fall in love with the freedom of doing what you want to do when you want to do it. There's no other way. Rhonda says, what are the days and hours for the boot camp? The boot camp is actually going to be a weekly, we meet once a week. It's probably going to be on a Monday evening because we have our other programs that meet on the weekend. But it's probably going to be on a Monday evening. But we start on Monday the 2nd. And you don't have to be in boot camp like live every single day, but you have to attend the live meetings when we do have them. So you don't have to be live every single day, but you do have to attend the live meetings. So it won't be like a 5 day a week type deal. No, we will meet with you weekly and we'll tell you what your assignment is for that week. And then we'll check in with you at the end of the week. And then we basically score everybody based on what we gave them and what they did. All right. Renee says, I need the tax course and mentoring too. Renee, you just like literally Did you miss? I don't know if you missed. I don't have my list in front of me. I don't know if you missed, but I know you're in the mentoring. I don't know if you missed the tax course. A forward journey says I've started, but I'm not getting any business. I need direction. You probably need a mentor. You probably need a mentor. Boot camp will be awesome for you if you're able to do it, but you probably need a mentor. I definitely would suggest that, especially for a new person. And that mentor can be me or anyone else, but you probably need a mentor. You need someone that is going to help you to build up that business and to get the ball rolling. Because you probably that lack of direction is probably what's stopping your business from flourishing like it can. Kawana says missing signing documents and notarizing wrong papers. Yeah. Hmm. There's a lot of things that can happen in this world. Hey Blue Water, she said, Auntie Shika, blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much, and same to you. Thomasina says, focus on the outcome, on the future outcome. Life will always happen. Just keep it moving. Trust the process and just believe in yourself. Period. Amen. Can I say it one more time? Trust the process and believe in yourself. That is going to be the most valuable thing that you're going to learn is that you need to trust and believe in yourself and your capabilities. You can do it. What is to stop you from doing it? Right? Blue Waters says, good evening with blessings and love to everyone in the chat. Awesome. Thank you so much. Rhonda says, my biggest fear is that I'll make too many mistakes and not know what I'm doing. But you've said some things on your video as a solution. I'm better prepared and knowledgeable in my craft. Absolutely. You keep practicing. When you know what you're doing, that fear flies. There's no, what are you going to fear? Oh, what if my customer coughs? Like, you're not going to, when you know what you're doing, you just want to know how to handle different situations. You just need the foundation. Once you have that, the confidence will come. The confidence will be like, hey, we got this, sir. I got this. I'm the professional here. Not in that matter, but you know how we think inside our heads, right? If only people could see our thoughts, it would be a mess. Because there's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm the notary. Hello. But it's okay. Renee says, I sent you an email just now. Awesome, Renee. Renee, I think you sent me your number and I tried calling, but I don't know if I called like at the wrong time or something. I didn't get you, but hopefully you'll be able to get all the help. I'm going to check it. I just looked at my phone to see if my partner sent me any notifications, but I'll check it for you again. Toya says, my fear is not staying consistent. You need a mentor. Yep, you do. Toya, consistency comes from accountability and also being disciplined. You have to hold yourself accountable. You can't just say, well, I don't feel like doing it today. Like, oh my God, I went out and everybody was just like not feeling me and blah blah blah. So no, you can't. You have to keep going. And you have to do it with a smile. Understand, this is not you personally, this is just the business. Separate your emotions from what happens in business because a lot of people take it personal and then they get into situations where they're like, are you are mad disrespectful. How can you just turn down my business card? They don't want your business card. Don't worry about it. Somebody else do. Don't worry about it. Move on. They don't want it. It's okay to not want it. Don't take it personal. So they're not your customer. Not everybody is your customer. Your customer will gladly take your card and will be totally amazed about what you do. Trust and believe me. I've had those situations where I'm just like, okay, yeah, I do this. And they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, yes, I do that. Like, oh, you can come to my house? Yes, I can come to your house. That's what mobile notaries do. It's like, no, some people are just like, oh my God, I've never known that this existed. And they're so excited. And then add 24 hours to it. Oh my God, 9 o'clock at night. They're like, oh, so I can, so you mean like you can come now? Yes. And they're like, oh my God, like right now. Yes, I can. So you will get those aha, like wow moments. But trust me, don't be disappointed in the ones that's like, I don't want your card. I don't need notary. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all right. Don't take it personal. Hello from Atlanta, MC. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Thomasina says, I was on a live conference and someone accidentally called out my name instead of the person who was procrastinated and said, get started. I started that night. Oh my God. you said, that was a, and listen, that might have been God right there, just saying, hey, this is the one you really need to say it to. This one who really needs to hear. That's how it works. Nothing is accidental. Nothing is accidental. That's just how it works. Out and About says, I got email today that I'm approved as a notary. Congratulations. Oh my God, this is too amazing. Amazing. I'm so happy for you. What state are you in, Out and About? Renee says, I like to know and be confident I'm giving correct and valuable information. I like to be on top of my game. Once I learn, I am gone. Look, I'm okay with that. Once you are good and you're confident, hey, if you leave, I won't be mad. Okay, just make sure you call me. When you get to that level, send me a bottle of champagne or something. When you boss up like that. Don't forget little old me. Okay. Yes, congratulations. She's in let me see. Out and About. I didn't see your state. Was it Pennsylvania? I don't remember. Um, Zara says, will we have a syllabus for boot camp so we can know what our task is? Also, is mentorship additional? Just asking for clarity. For boot camp, you will get a weekly task. So there's something that you would actually, that it's not like a syllabus per se. It's not really, not like a syllabus. You'll have a list of tasks that you have to complete for each week. So yes, you will be able to go back to it and, check it to see what you have done, what you haven't done, and so on and so forth. It will be on the platform. You can print it off, and we will be mentoring you throughout the boot camp. So for the 3 months, it'll be like intense mentorship for 3 months. So it's not separate for boot camp. Now, for those of you who are not in boot camp, your mentorship is your mentorship. Those of you who are in boot camp, you will have intense mentoring because we will be checking on you a lot. All right. Let's see what else is going on in the chat box. Zara says, thank you so much for this. I am so grateful. Awesome. Ford Journey says, what's the difference in your mentorship? Mentorship is kind of like a on-demand type deal that I do. So on-demand meaning that it's as long as you need it to be. Boot camp is 3 months. So you have 3 months and we're cramming everything. And when I say cramming, not necessarily like, oh my God, we're just throwing stuff out there. No, we are pushing you to do this in 3 months. Some of this stuff might have taken a year for us to do or even more, but we're going to push you to do it in 3 months. So that's why it's called a boot camp. It's kind of like forcing you to do what would normally take a longer period of time to do within 3 months. So that's the main difference. The other difference is boot camp is a weekly check-in process where we're going to give you tasks that we are going to require for you to complete. Every single week, we're going to hold you accountable. We want to know what you did, and we're going to ask that you dedicate specific time to building your brand and your business. So that is the main difference in bootcamp. Now, everything that is in bootcamp would be in our mentorship program, but it will take you a longer period of time to do it because we're not going to give you all of it in a short span of time. It's kind of like an on-demand thing. So you do this, you come back, you do that, you come back, and it's kind of like you gauge how you want it to go on a mentorship. The boot camp, failure is not an option. there is no gauge. We tell you what to do. This is what you do. Let's get it. When you are successful, you will thank us because you will realize that you really needed that push. You really needed that support. You really needed someone to hold you accountable. And you really needed someone to guide you and show you a whole picture and make sure that you have all your ducks in line. Mentorship, we talk about business. Yes, we do. Boot camp, we're not going to just talk about the business. We're going to also inquire about what you're doing as far as your business, your structure. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing in boot camp that you probably will be like, Shiga, this normally would take like a year and a half. No, we're going to make you do it in 3 months. We're confident that you can do it in 3 months. So hopefully that helps you to understand. Mentoring, remember, you are self-paced. You're doing it pretty much with a check-in. We do we do coaching, we do document training, we do call you to check up on you, but we are not going to be as rigid as the boot camp. The reason is because we're giving you the time. So you're doing a monthly membership. So say, for example, after 6 months, you're like, okay, I'm comfortable, I'm good, no problem. You don't need the mentorship anymore. You have the choice to leave that. The boot camp program, you must do all of it in 3 months. Now, if after 3 months you say, Shika, I still want to go do mentorship, you're more than welcome to join. But we're basically going to be pushing you to do a lot more in a shorter period of time. Let me see. Let's see what else. What's the Miss E says, I'm afraid of eventually quitting my full-time job and then the real estate market slows down. Why are we worried about the real estate market? Is your only target for your notary business based on real estate, Miss Miss E? Tell me, if you're only addressing the real estate market, then that would be a valid. I wouldn't even say valid fear because no fear is valid, to be honest. The market can slow down. It happens all the time. It's not the inevitable. So that is like a worry about whether or not it's going to rain ever again for the rest of the year. We know it probably is. But what I would like for you to do is not focus your business solely on one area. There is so many other areas that you can focus on and you can actually be successful with, that you're only cheating yourself if the only, part that you're focusing on is actually real estate. So I would like for you to start adding more, things, start looking into other industries, because as we know, the more eggs we have out there, not in one basket, right? We just have them all over the place. Okay, oops, I hit some. You know, the more seeds we plant all over it, right? We're not planting all our seeds in one spot, because if that one spot gets flooded, then all our investment, our seeds are gone. We want to plant seeds everywhere so that we have, different things flourishing at once. So don't just put it all into real estate. Put it elsewhere. There's a lot more places you can put it. Believe me. Thank you. I needed that encouragement, Teresa. You are so welcome. Lydia is talking to you guys up here. Miss E says, no, but that seems to be where the big money is. I've watched you speak on other things we could do. Okay, well, here's the thing, the big money could be anywhere, to be honest with you. Think about it this way: if you're marrying a couple for $300 and you're doing two loan signings for $300, what's the do I have to say more? There's other things you can do. The money is okay. It's like big money if repeated market, whatever. But there's things that I do and my partner do on a daily basis that can be just as valuable and sometimes even more. So yes, trust me. Do some research on the other parts. Loan signing, I don't want you guys to get so fixated on loan signing because there's more. There's a lot more. Don't get fixated on loan signing. That is one avenue. Okay? There's a lot of things that you can do. All right? And just remember that on this real estate, the loan signing as well, loan signing documents, if you're going to become a pro, or if you say, okay, I want to focus on loan signing and all these other loan products, remember that that is a lot of legal documents that you're going to be signing. So I would say if you're going out and doing loan signings, make sure you're knowledgeable in what you're doing, because those are the ones that have the highest error rate. And those are the ones that are very legal and have legal implications, because if you do something wrong in the loan signing world and cause damages to a signer or borrower or even the lender, that can have legal implications too. So just be careful. Make sure you know what you're doing and don't focus too much on the money. There's so much more than money. Like, so much more that you can do that I don't even know how to, like put it. There's so much you can do with less liability, with less of a risk, that you don't put all your eggs in that one basket. Believe me, trust me. You Once you find it, you will come back and say, okay, I see what you're talking about, Shika. I got you. Okay. All right. Thomasina says, oh, Out and About is in Tennessee. Tennessee. Is that one of my remote notary states, Tennessee? I think. I think Tennessee is one of. Is it Tennessee or? I think it is. I'll check and see, but I think it is. Tennessee is. I'm pretty sure that it is. Let me check. If you're in one of those remote, oh guys, let me tell you guys about this before I tell you about that. If you're in a remote notary state, by the way, check. I think Tennessee is one of my remote notary states. But let me tell you guys about remote notary this week. This week, I actually had to call my RON provider because I had an error. Like the software would not read my customer's document while I was doing a remote notary. So I uploaded the document and I opened it up and it was just scribble scrabble everywhere. I was like, what in the world? I was so embarrassed because I'm telling the customer, like, okay, on this document, and I was like, what is this document? What actually happened was they said it's maybe the file got corrupted while I was uploading it. But I was like, listen, no. I had to redo that with the customer. Like, no, because I had to redo. I couldn't complete the remote notary signing because the document wasn't visible. So I had to go back and change the document. I was like, oh my God. But guys, I will show you in the boot camp. I'll show you remote notary. I literally will have somebody join me, maybe my partner or someone else. I will invite them to notarize the document live so you guys will see what remote notary is like. It is so simple and so easy. OMG. And like I said, it's I don't know about I don't know what state you're in, but like in Florida, we're allowed to charge a $25 transaction fee plus $10 for each notary acknowledgement. So $10 for each notary act or notary signature or whatever. So like one transaction, you can end up making God knows how much money. The minimum I make off of each transaction is gonna be about $35 for one single stamp, one signer. So it is so worth it, especially now when the pandemic doesn't seem to be letting up. You definitely want to, take advantage of that. Also, my people in South Carolina, I don't know if you guys seen, I posted where the state of South Carolina, they're offering grants to businesses. So if you're in South Carolina, just go over to the community, go to my post and look for that grant post for South Carolina because they're offering grants. You might see a lot of that coming back out again because, this pandemic thing is going a little longer than we expected it to. So you might see a lot more cities and states open up more grants to people. So I want to keep you guys up to date and I don't want you guys to miss out on anything. So please be sure to check the community every now and then. I will definitely post links when I hear about them, about different grants. Remember, grants are things you don't pay back. Okay, so grants, you don't pay them back. And that's what we all want, grants, especially if that SBA grant opens up again. Oh, I will definitely be over here. Matter of fact, I will go live when I get updates about different grants, just so you guys know and you don't miss out on it. If you're in business, just make sure you check the eligibility requirements for your business. You don't have to be a large corporation. No. So, make sure you're staying on top of that because if you need that help, especially for those of you who are just now, getting started, or those of you who have been doing business is slow, you can definitely use that extra, push for business. Definitely take advantage of it. All right. All right. Let's see what else is over here. Rhonda says, I saw on the Florida website that my notary commission was issued on 10/22. Absolutely. And I have not gotten approval through the NNA website yet, in which is where I purchased my bond and E&O insurance. Still says pending. The reason for that is they're waiting for the certificate to come back from the state of Florida. But you can also do a little push. You can screenshot what's on the state of Florida website. Send them a message and see if they'll do you a favor. No, I don't know. It might work. It might not work, but it's worth a try. All right. Thomasina says, coming from a real estate background, real estate never stops. Market changes, commercial, private sector, REOs, it can go on and on and on. You will always eat as a loan signing agent. That's true. That is absolutely true. But if you have fears of, it going up or down, just add something else to back you up. So that way, if it does go up or down, you have a backup plan. And that's true. Absolutely. Um, Lydia says, if real estate is your thing, you can do restoration for banks handling. Mm. Lydia, you have me tapping my leg, and that's normally a moment for me. Absolutely. Guys, also remember new construction. That's all I'm going to say. All right. Absolutely. Yes, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys, before I go tonight, any questions, guys? Any questions? Remember, hey, Shay, good evening. Remember, if you don't take anything else from this live, remember, take advantage of every opportunity as long as you're able to. Also, do not allow the fear of failure to stop you. Remember that failure is a part of your journey. Success is not a destination. You don't just go from not being successful to being successful. You're going to have ups and downs. It's a journey, and enjoy the journey. Don't force yourself to move from one level to another unless you're a person that is just being complacent and you're stuck. But don't push yourself too much so that you don't even get to enjoy. Sometimes when you have things that happen in this business, a few months from now, you'll be laughing at it. Like, oh my God, I remember when I went to that customer's house to go get to sign these documents and I was sweating like a cow. Oh my God, you would just start laughing because now you just walk in and you take control. You take charge. Hi, good evening, good afternoon. How are you doing? I'm here to close on your loan. I am such and such, and this is Mr. This is Mrs. Okay, may I see your IDs, please? Okay, thank you so much. So today what we'll be doing is here's your copy, and this is that. You will kill it. And then, oh, by the way, lovely couch. Nice house you have here. Oh, you have children? Oh, that is so sweet. Okay, so on this document, what we're going to need you, I'm telling you, total slaying of that. Don't don't let that fear fool you. What you see Sheikah doing is not, she didn't just wake up and be like, oh gosh, I got gifts. No, 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 no. And have I made mistakes? Oh, absolutely. What is success if you haven't made mistakes or a couple of mistakes? That's what it is. Enjoy the journey. When you have a mistake, jot it down so that you know. Mistakes will make you feel like crap sometimes. So write it down so that you know, hey, this ain't gonna happen again. I had to drive back to the customer house to go get his ID because I forgot to put the expiration date. And I felt so stupid because I called and he told me, no, he can't give it to me over the phone. Things like that will make you say, remember to get the expiration date. You won't do it again. I promise. Jot it down. Remember this and paper, any kind. This is just my sticky notes because I like sticky notes. Get a journal, like a daily journal. You can do that. Like you can get a daily journal, write stuff down. It's okay. When you come on live, if I touch on something and that is the area that you need to work on, write it down. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. That is just you building up your confidence, building on your skills, and just making sure you have all your ducks in a row. All right. All right, guys, so I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Thank you guys all for coming in. Hey, Providencia. We just spoke today, goofing off on the phone. Providencia, you came in late. I'm like leaving. Well, you're not really late because you can rewatch, right? But I'm just about to end my live because I'm so hungry. But anyways, guys, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for coming. Tomorrow I have a wedding, so I might even give you guys a sneak peek of what I'm doing. I have a beach wedding tomorrow, and as I mentioned, I'm just like I'm a little excited about it because this is my favorite spot at the beach, and at the same time I'm just kind of like COVID. so, so that's a double-edged sword, but I will be wearing my mask and I will be social distancing, so everything will be fine. We're outdoors, so there'll be wind, and so tomorrow I'll give you guys a peek. I'll give you guys a sneak peek of what's going on, and so turn on your notification alerts so you guys can see what I do. If for some reason, and I'm putting my fingers like this, if my couple says, if I say, hey, we have a YouTube and blah, blah, do you mind if they watch? If they say yes, oh my God, it would be amazing. You guys will get to see me in my zhuzh, okay? You get to see how I marry these people and how they run off in the sun. No, I don't, I don't know what they do afterwards. But I will try as much as possible to share that experience with you guys tomorrow. For those of you who are nervous about marrying people, I will show you how to just, okay, man and wife, sign here. Good, thank you. Cash or card. That's it. Okay, I will show you guys. All right, guys. So, you guys take care. You guys stay safe. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys again soon. Don't forget that SBA WOSB video. I will be giving you guys updates. I'm waiting for a response. They have a beta version, which is kind of like a unfinished version, you know, kind of like a tweaked version of the certified.sba.gov. So they're working on it, and I've been in contact with them trying to get more information. But as soon as I have that, I will go ahead and give that to you guys. All right. So guys, again, stay safe. If you have questions after I get off the live, please feel free to drop them in the comment section. I will definitely do my best to respond. You guys are so welcome. Thank you guys. You guys all do the same, and I will see you guys again soon.